B, I told myself, I'm not going to get triggered by the Jimmy G thing, and he's going to play bad at some point, and I'm not going to lose my mind. I was thinking about it long and hard. I had a long drive this morning from the cabin because I watched the game at the cabin. And I was driving in, and there was nothing on the radio until Spadoni got on at 5 a.m. And so I was just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. The reason why I'm talking about for myself, why I was so pissed about last week and just how Trey Lance was being used is because I knew if he goes down, okay, we're not getting an opportunity to just see it. We're not going to get a chance to see it, to see if Kyle's guy that he hand-selected and him could work it out. If Trey is any good, if this team can go to the next level, all of the questions that we had, all right? And everybody kept saying, it's good. We're fine. We got Jimmy Garoppolo. And I know he played like crap yesterday, and he's not going to play as bad as he did last night the rest of the way through if he could stay in there. And maybe they make the playoffs. Maybe they do, all right? Maybe they do. But it just cements how pissed I am about what happened last week. I'm looking at that coach, and every call that he's dialing up, every decision on personnel, everything is through the prism of me looking at him going, you wrecked your number 3 overall pick. You have botched the quarterback situation from day one until now. You have a divided locker room, and you aren't holding up your end of the bargain because you were told that you were going to come here and fix the offense. And I look up 6 years later, and I look at a team that's allergic to the forward pass. And I look at a coach who wrecked, whether you want to say it was at one play. No, it is the totality of how he used it. He was the guy who was in position to find out whether his hand-selected guy was the guy or not. And the kid got hurt, and he's out, and we don't even know how long he's going to be out or if he's ever going to get an opportunity again with this head coach. I don't know, and I'm not firing Kyle. I'm just saying it is hard for me to look at him the same. And then when I see Jimmy Garoppolo have that kind of a performance, I throw my hands up and I say, Bonte, I said to you, coming out of the Minnesota Viking game, a divisional round game, this is the exact same thing I said about Alex Smith. This is the same thing I said about Colin Kaepernick. My entire adult life, elite top-tier defense. Just not good enough offense. And I thought things would be different with Kyle. I thought things would be different with Trey Lance. I thought things would be different at some point maybe with Jimmy Garoppolo. Wrong. I feel like a scorned lover this morning. I'm so over it. And look, I'm not saying I'm out on Shanahan and he needs to be fired. No, I'm just saying I can't look at him the same right now. Now, maybe in 8 weeks, I look up and this team maybe is number 1 in the West and things look totally different. But right now, this morning, I'm sorry. I am pissed. And in terms of approval rating with Kyle Shanahan, all-time low. All-time low.
So,
I can't look at him the same.
The 49ers under Kyle Shanahan. 2017, they were 20th in points scored per game in the NFL. 20th. Okay, we give them a pass for 2017 because that was a terrible roster.
Yeah, horrible.
2018, 21st in the league in points scored. Now you lost Jimmy Garoppolo week 3. You're going to play Nick Mullins or C.J. Beathard, whatever. 2019, you get Jimmy Garoppolo for the entire season. They're second in points scored per game. You say the defense helped out a lot with that, whatever. They were second in the league in points per game. 2020, 21st in points per game. Last year, 13th in points per game. Right now, they're 28th in points per game. So first of all, don't ever call Kyle Shanahan an offensive genius ever again. He's a good play caller. But now, we're looking at the play design, and we're having questions about that. We already had questions about him being a quote-unquote quarterback whisperer because Jimmy Garoppolo has regressed under him. Trey Lance was used like a fullback yesterday. The play designing that was so creative the last 5 years, now we're questioning whether or not that's in South Beach, down in Miami with Mike McDaniel and the 3-0 Dolphins. Now we're questioning whether or not Kyle Shanahan was the brains behind the operation for all those great play designs. And it's not getting any better because Trent Williams is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, it sounds like, with a high ankle sprain. Who knows if he'll be back Monday Night Football? You sure could use him because Aaron Donald's come to town.
They got one great run from their running back yesterday.
One great run from Jeff Wilson Jr., his career high, 37 yards. That's it.
Yeah, one that's drive. Kind of a sad sentence right there.
Career high, 37-yard run for Jeff Wilson Jr. Then he fumbles at the end of the game. The game was over to me, in my opinion.
I mean, when he took the sack on the play before, it was like so obvious.
So I'm not saying fire Shanahan either. I don't even think he's on the hot seat. But it looks nasty because when I was at Warriors Media Day yesterday, Shasky,
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people,
Yeah.
different beat writers,
Yeah.
different. They all said the same thing. And they cannot believe. And they actually, some of the people called out Niner beat writers. They were like, why doesn't anybody take Shanahan to task? He used Trey Lance like a fullback. Now, you want to say you can't blame Shanahan for Trey Lance getting hurt? It's the totality in which he ran Trey Lance with. How come you couldn't use that game plan yesterday for Trey Lance, where he's just throwing the ball from the pocket? I know he can hit those throws down the field. I know he's not afraid to throw the out route with velocity on it. I know there's going to be mistakes, but I'd rather live with mistakes from a second-year player who's got 4 starts under his belt than a 9-year veteran who we've seen since 2017, Chasky. We've seen it over and over again.
I can't think of one head coach who's an offensive-minded head coach who's this scared. Just look at every decision is made out of fear. What if Trey goes down? You got to keep Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't want you to throw the ball because you could throw an interception.
Right.
Let's not go for it on 4th and 2 in the NFC Championship game, even though we're at the 38-yard line, because you know what? If we miss the field goal, we're going to give them a short yardage.
Right. You got a great defense.
Where is the swashbuckling confidence? You know where it is? It's at the podium talking down to the media, but it sure as hell ain't on your play calling. It sure as hell ain't in your situational game management.
Nope.
And so I asked this simple question. We brought him here to fix the offense. Of all the problems on this team, is offense not number one?
It's number one. It's number one. Number one.
What is the excuse? If you want to point and say it's just Jimmy Garoppolo, he picked Jimmy. He was so happy that we got a backup. You have 2 starters. You know, we got 2. How many times have we heard he's one of the best throwers in the world of the
He just
football?
told us Friday
come on.
he's one of the best throwers on the planet. On the planet. Lied to us all. Let's go to Bay Rob in the city.
I'm so frustrated.
Bay Rob, what's happening? You're on the roast.
All right, good morning, fellas. First of all, let's start here. Hey, bro, I'm going to keep it 100. Shanahan picked the wrong quarterback. I ain't got nothing against Trey Lance. He's too young. He's too green. He should have stayed in college. Second of all, Matt Jones was our quarterback. He can hit them throws. We all know he can hit them throws. He dialed Jimmy these throws up that a softball coming down the middle, and Jimmy cannot never hit the home run. This always been our problem with Jimmy. We know what we get it from Jimmy. He is not going to hit that home run from. And I believe Jones was the one that could do that. Shanahan do not know nothing about no quarterback that's a scrambling, running quarterback. Look what his daddy did. His daddy got MG3 hurt. Shanahan is just like his daddy. They destroy running backs and they destroy mobile quarterbacks. Tell me something different.
Well, Mac Jones,
not Trey Lance, hurt on purpose.
Mac Jones
Thanks for the call.
Looks mediocre right now with the greatest coach of all time. Now, Patricia's not that, but
Joe Judge, too.
Mac Jones looks garbage. So, whatever. I'm not even mad about that. Here's the thing. This is why I'm so pissed about last week, and I felt like the season was pretty much, not that it's over, but, the biggest question was, is Trey any good? I have no idea. Because the hand-selected quarterback and the coach who got an opportunity to pick him, we can't even hear it. We don't even get a chance to see it.
We don't even get this.
We have no idea.
So the excitement of the season.
We have no idea.
When I go to a game now, or I get ready to watch 49er football, I want to see them win, and I know the defense is going to perform, but I'm just like, got to watch this offense. I got to watch this offense. And there's nothing. It's the same angle route out of the backfield. It's the same slant route. It's the same wheel route down the sideline that Jimmy can't hit for whatever reason. Throws right there for him.
But then why did we obsess over a Tyler Kroft miss in the rain in a downpour? Yet we don't even look at the 18 gazillion misses over the middle, over the deep end, over the top on Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not.
You know why? Because all that Jimmy does is win. All Jimmy does is win.
Didn't we watch? See, can I ask you a question? We watched this same fan base. Watched a guy, and we termed it Matt Caned. We termed it that.
Yep.
We were like, that guy pitched good enough to win. Yet this same fan base can't contextualize that the defense plays good enough to win all the time.
It's not everybody, though. It's not everybody. It's a minority. That's not fair. There's a lot of people out on Jimmy Garoppolo. But now, what's happening this year, Jimmy Garoppolo in a way, gets a pass, right? I'm frustrated because he stinks as a quarterback. I'm sorry. It's just, last night was abysmal. And the excuses
This is
after
why
the
they
game,
wanted to move
it was
off.
abysmal.
I mean,
This is
so
why
obvious.
But
I mean,
now,
come on, so obvious. This is why they made the trade.
But you know what? The spotlight is now on Kyle Shanahan.
Agreed.
It's all on Kyle Shanahan. They botched the entire offseason. You bring Jimmy back. Last week, Shanahan, they win a game, and you want to be arrogant towards everybody saying, go watch Buffalo, go watch other teams, everybody runs that play. And then we go watch Buffalo, Josh Allen runs one time. And then you lie to us on Friday and say, hey, he's one of the best throwers on the planet. Shanahan, the spotlight is on him. It's on him. You lost all the assistants. McDaniel's in Miami, 3-0. LaFleur's in Green Bay, 2-1. Nathaniel Hackett may be the worst coach in pro football, and he got a win yesterday. He got a win against you, Kyle Shanahan. The spotlight falls on him. You're the offensive guru. You're the son of Mike Shanahan. We need to see something from you, Kyle. We need to see something from you. Because you act like you could win with anything, which is why you drafted C.J. Beathard in the third round in 2017. You said, no, I'm not going to scout Mahomes and Watson. I'm not going to scout those guys. I'm going to wait on Kirk Cousins, and I'm going to draft C.J. Beathard in the third round. Like, this is all on Shanahan. At the end of the day, this entire season falls on him, and the spotlight is bright. It is bright. You want to be one of the best coaches? You ain't in McVay's league right now, bro. I told you that last year. I'm going to tell you that again this week.
We all think Debo's good. We don't even know what position he is, but we think he's a good player.
He's a running back now.
Okay? Ayuk, we all think he's got promise. Kittle, Kittle's awesome. Trent Williams, awesome. The fullback, we love him. They got a great running game. Last year, the Niners scored 30-plus points 3 games in a row. 10, 11, and 12. Those were the weeks in 2021.
Was that Seattle, Cincinnati, and who else was
I
that?
forget what the other game
Maybe
was.
Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But since then, since week 12 of last year, they've broken 30 points one time in 12 games, including the playoffs,
Wow.
and are averaging only 20 points per game.
Yeah. Offensive guru. Let's go to VR out in Philly, watching this via YouTube. VR, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
I'm good. I mean, I've
could
had
be
better
better.
days.
Man, I'm telling you. Can y'all hear me good?
Oh, yeah.
we got you.
What you got?
All right. Man, I just want to say, man, y'all are spot on everything y'all said. And to be honest, I want to get out here. I got a local. I want to pull my freaking hair out. It was so abysmal, like just watching that game last night. And it's honestly, we are this mad. And my man, Shasky, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yeah.
Like, I know why you were so mad, right? Just a few minutes ago when you went on that little rant and you were spot on, right? It's because for the past, Shanahan's been here for however many years. I don't even know. I can't even think.
6 years now.
Like, because I'm so, right, 6 years now. And it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And then everybody got to get off the phone here, be politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this, is that, all these. No. At the end of the day, we're going to keep it 1,000. Like, you guys just, he's average. He's just like, not what everybody claim he is.
Nope.
Like,
Here's the irony of it. It's a good call. Here's the irony of
Thanks,
the whole
VR.
thing. Jimmy and Kyle deserve each other right now.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Because they're kind of the same guy. Couple of good things, leaving me wanting more almost all the time. Almost all the time.
You're listening to 95.7
When
The
was the
Game,
last-
KGMZ, FM, and AC1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. And do not forget that you can also watch us every day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just
All right,
log on
all right.
and search on 85.7 The Game.
Let's go back to week 1. Okay, yeah, you're in the rain, blah, blah, blah. How many, wow, that's a clever play. 1, maybe 2 a game?
No, you know what we got from that?
Wow.
No, you know what we got from that? Damn, what a throw by Trey Lance. Wow, I haven't seen a throw like that in a long time.
I'm saying from the play caller.
Oh, the
how
play
many,
caller.
How many, wow, great calls have you seen?
Here's
I'm
a
asking
text.
you.
Here's a text, 707, Comcast Business Text Line. Because I keep telling you this.
Yeah.
It's the same as jet sweeps every single week.
It's so
Number
predictable.
19's in the backfield.
It's so
and you know,
predictable.
the defense is saying, alert, alert, alert. 19 in the backfield. Alert, alert, alert.
How about the
your
smoke
rushing?
screen?
Can you play some play action pass off the 19, off of Deebo Samuel running the ball? That is done. Defenses had an entire offseason to get ready for Deebo Samuel running the football.
It felt like
You
the
can't-
Wildcat. It's come and
you
gone.
can't get creative. You can't get him down the field. Wow, he ran down the field on the dig route. Jimmy got it to him. Nice catch and throw. First down, 49ers. But can I see more of that? What about Brandon Ayuk? He's a stud. He has star potential. You moved back into the first round to draft Brandon Ayuk in a draft that had Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. Who else am I missing? Jerry Jeudy, he's got a case of the dropsies. Henry Ruggs, who's in jail.
But at least they keep throwing to him.
I mean, Brandon Ayuk It was invisible in the second half. Now you want to say Patrick Surtain blanketing him? I don't know. Can you find ways to get Brandon Ayuk the ball? I saw a play in the third quarter.
He had 3 catches, and then after they scored a touchdown, I don't think he had another target.
Yeah, well,
I didn't see one.
Jimmy Garoppolo short hopped him.
That's right, the one. That's right, the one. You're right.
He short hopped him.
Yeah.
Short hopped the shortstop.
Open.
He was even Collinsworth was like, boy, got to put a better throw on that. And that's what I love about the announcers these days. They're becoming more and more critical of the quarterback play. They're becoming more and more critical. And Aikman said it all last year. Garoppolo drives people crazy because he's erratic, he's inconsistent, and the GBO no throws are coming.
Doesn't it feel like this offense
I don't like any of it, to be honest with you.
It's so predictable right now. And people are like, oh, Kyle's such a brilliant. Yeah, okay. Then why does it feel like I'm watching? Because, like, Chip, the biggest issue I would Chip, I knew the play before it was even hyped. I'm like, oh, this is a fake, slow developing read zone play. They're going to throw a slant to Jeremy Curley. Like on third, I think it was 3rd and 11. When they threw short to Debo, it was the most predictable play I have ever seen. And I was like, oh, Debo, please break 15 tackles and try not to get hurt. And that was the one where he stayed down on the ground, and everybody thought the same thing. Uh-oh. Right?
The same thing. The same thing.
The same thing. Does Kittle know that he can take a seam route? Do the Niners know you can split him out wide?
Again, and we got a long time for this. I just watched the Texans go to Chicago yesterday, put up 20. You know, the Texans put up 20.
I don't even know who their offensive coordinator is.
I mean, Davis Mills went in there. They were moving the ball up and down the field.
Give me Davis Mills. I'd rather have Davis Mills than Jimmy G. I'm going to tell you that right now.
2 games to score 20 points. 2 games. They scored 10 against the Bears and 10 yesterday against Denver. Now, but here's the spin, though. Boy, that Denver Broncos defense is better than we all thought. Shasky and I tried to tell you last week the Denver Broncos defense was really, really good.
What was the matchup? Who was the guy I kept identifying? I go, McGlinchey. They're going to find McGlinchey.
Well, Randy Gregory over Mike McGlinchey was the X factor.
And I didn't think it could get worse. Then Jalen Moore came in. Jalen Moore, on 2 consecutive plays, was blocking air.
Let's go to Rob in Dublin. Rob in Dublin, what's happening? You're on the roast. He's listening via the Transistor
What's up,
Radio.
Rob?
What's up, Rob?
Hey, good morning, fellas. I don't get it, man. How is it that I can coach the team from the couch? Like, I see every play
Exactly.
every one of them. I don't get it. Bonte, I'm on your Twitter handle. I'm like, you're stealing the words out of my mouth. Before I can even say it, you're already tweeting it. But at this point in time, I'm ready for open trials like Dick Vermeil did in Invincible. I'm ready for Uncle Rico to come and take over for Jimmy. Get rid of this bum. I'm out, fellas. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, you know what? You know what?
But they had a first, and in 7 seconds, and 55 third-round picks all lined up for him.
Let me say this real quick. I feel sick to my stomach this morning because of a couple things. 1, Jimmy Garoppolo, and 2, Kyle Shanahan. But 3, 2 out of 3 weeks, hell, every single week this season, the defense has played their asses off.
Oh, they're elite.
Talanoa Hufanga has been playing great football.
Yeah. Yes.
Smacking dudes.
Nick Bosa was trying so hard last night.
I mean, Kinlaw's popping.
How about Warner?
Givens popping. Drake Jackson comes up with a sack.
How fast are these linebackers when they throw to a running back in the flat?
Drake Greenlaw and Fred Warner Jr. are hitting people
everywhere.
Emmanuel Mosley looks like the most underrated cornerback in football. He always says in these big games, every time, going back to 2019, when he put Cooper Kupp on his back at the LA Memorial Coliseum, Emmanuel Mosley smacks dudes. Charvierce Ward, wow, looks like a great signing. Looks like a hell of a signing.
Look sweet, doesn't he?
Looks sweet.
I thought that was a touchdown to Jerry Jeudy over the top.
This defense has not missed Jimmy Ward yet. They didn't miss Eric Armstead last night. And we can't talk about the defense of DeMeco Ryans because of the offensive ineptitude. From the head coach and the quarterback position.
They gave up 9 points yesterday. 9.
Defense has been footing up. We should be talking about this great defense all day long. They have a Super Bowl caliber defense. They hit you, and then Michael Silver, he joins Willender Dibs every single week. Has the audacity. You know, this defense, they show that they can't carry a football team through an entire game. What else do you want them to do last night? You knew Russell Wilson was good for one drive. He was good for one drive. This defense is on the field because your offense is going 3 and out all the damn time. Your offense is 0 for 9 on third downs until late in the fourth quarter when Jimmy almost throws a no throw to Ronald Darby and he hits Juwan Jennings with Collinsworth. Everybody said, damn, we thought that was a pick 6. This defense has been playing lights out. And I can't spend time on the defense because this offense stinks. Because this offense, all the people who want to watch fantasy football and 42 to 40 games, well, we ain't getting that out here in San Francisco. It's going to be a lot of 17 to 13 games, a lot of 12 to 10 games, 11 to 10 games. And this defense This defense is so damn good. They're ready to roll, Shasky. They're ready to roll all the way into Glendale, Arizona in February. But it's the offense, and it's the creativity, and it's the head coach who told us to go watch Buffalo and see how they call plays. It's beyond frustrating. An offensive head coach who can't put up more than 10 points in 2 of the 3 games so far this season. And you think it's going to change next week against the Rams? On Monday Night Football? You think something's going to change? Same quarterback. No Trent Williams. You got no Elijah Mitchell. You got no TDP. Deebo Samuel's banged up. George Kittle looks like he's 70%. What's going to change?
We fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Can we all admit it? We hadn't seen Jimmy in so long. Everyone had fooled themselves. Did people watch? We argued over here. I said, did you guys watch the Dallas Cowboy playoff game? Did people watch the Green Bay game? I drove down with my dad and watched Jimmy Garoppolo firsthand in the NFC Championship game. That game last night was nearly identical to all of those games, except they had a little bit more offense early in the Dallas game. That was it. Literally, that was it. It is a story of missed opportunities and hanging on for dear life, coaching scared, losing at the end.
Dude, I was in Dallas at Jerry's World. And I literally was getting queasy during the fourth quarter. And I said, they're not winning this football game. And then you watch the Green Bay game and you're praying for dear life for just one drive. Thank God for special teams. They were special that night in Lambeau Field. And then we were down there at SoFi Stadium. And the third play of the game for the Niners offense. After holding the Rams to a 3-and-out. I'll never forget the buzz that was in the air at SoFi Stadium. Niner fans were humming, feeling it. And a big third down comes up, and Shanahan dials up the right play, and Kittle's running down the seam wide open. Your dad's telling you, he's got Kittle. We all do it.
I thought he's pinpoint accurate, though. That's what everyone told me.
And he airmailed it. But yet y'all had the audacity. A lot of you guys out there had the audacity to get on Trey Lance for overthrowing Tyler Kroft. Tyler Kroft shouldn't even be on the roster. Think about who he's throwing to. Jimmy's overthrowing George Kittle in the NFC Championship game. And y'all want to get on Trey? That's why I'm so fired up. For the way people treated Trey Lance last week. It was disgusting. Starting with that locker room, going to Michael Silver saying, yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo gives us a better chance to win. Jimmy Garoppolo gives us a better chance to win. And they go out there and stink it up on Sunday Night Football. Embarrassing, man. This is not fun. I'm not having fun watching 49er football. Having fun.
They got out-coached.
By Nathaniel Hackett.
By a guy we all think is the worst head coach in the league.
Who just hired a game manager for him. He just hired some dude to help him with game management on a Saturday night.
Maybe we should do it.
Worked out for the Broncos.
Hey, Kyle, when it's first and 1,000 from the 1, don't run a screenplay and have your quarterback run out of bounds and throw a pick 6.
Wow.
And lose your franchise tackle.
Wow.
All in one play. And the worst of the 3 was the safety.
Yeah.
That's the funniest part.
As Steve Taylor said on Twitter, it was a pick 8.